The Galaxy Council chambers were very quiet. Too quiet. Half the chairs were empty. The alien races that had attacked Earth were not there. Some were licking their wounds on their home worlds. Others were too ashamed to show their faces. Hi. Chancellor Vexithara looked around the nearly empty room. Only 6 races had come to this meeting. The others were too scared. "We need to talk about what happened," she said quietly. Elder Mortash nodded. He looked even older than before. "The humans destroyed our fleet. 2,000 ships. Gone." "Not all destroyed," said Admiral Crixtall. "Some were disabled. Some escaped. But the message was clear." "What message?" "That we are no longer the strongest species in the galaxy." The words hung in the air like poison. For thousands of years, the Galaxy Council had been in charge. They had made the rules. They had kept the peace. Now, everything had changed. "What do we do?" asked Counselor Velnara. Before anyone could answer, all the screens in the chamber turned on. A human face appeared. It was President Taman Han of Earth. He looked calm, professional, but his eyes were hard. "Members of the former Galaxy Council," he said. "I am President Han of the United Earth Federation." "Former Galaxy Council?" asked Vexithara. "Yes. As of today, the Galaxy Council is dissolved. It no longer has any authority over any world or any species." "You cannot do that." "We just did. The Council was built on fear and control. It kept young species weak and old species in power. That system is over." Elder Mortash leaned forward. "What do you want from us?" "Nothing. You are free to govern your own worlds as you see fit, but you will not govern anyone else's worlds. And if we refuse?" President Han's expression did not change. "Then you will face the consequences." "Are you threatening us?" "I am telling you the new reality. The galaxy has changed. You can adapt to that change, or you can fight it. We have seen how well fighting us works out." Vexithara felt her tentacles tremble. "What about trade? What about cooperation between species? Any species that wants to trade with humanity is welcome to do so, but as equals, not as superior beings talking down to inferior ones. And protection? What about pirates? What about rogue nations? Humanity will protect any world that asks for protection, but we will not control those worlds. We will not tell them how to live." Admiral Crixtall spoke up. "You are saying you want to be the new galactic government." "No, we are saying there will be no galactic government. Each species will be free to choose its own path. That will lead to chaos. Will it? Or will it lead to freedom?" President Han paused. "The Council ruled through fear. You told young species they needed your protection. You told them they could not survive without you, but humans have proven that is not true." "Humans are different," said Vexithara. "Are we? Or did we just refuse to accept the limits you tried to put on us?" The question hung in the air. None of the aliens wanted to answer it. "I am sending ambassadors to any world that wants to establish relations with humanity," said President Han. "These ambassadors will offer trade agreements, mutual defense pacts, and technology sharing, but only between equals. And if we say no, then you say no. We will not force anyone to work with us, but we will also not let anyone force us to work with them." The transmission ended. The aliens sat in silence. "What do we do now?" asked Counselor Velnara. Elder Mortash stood up slowly. "We adapt, or we die. You cannot be serious about accepting this. Look around you, Velnara. Half our alliance is gone. The humans destroyed our fleet in 30 minutes. What choice do we have? We could rebuild. We could fight back. With what? Our best ships are scrap metal floating around Earth. Our best soldiers are dead or captured." Admiral Crixtall nodded sadly. "The humans have shown us that we are not as advanced as we thought. Their technology is beyond ours now." "How did they advance so fast?" "Because they had to. We forced them to. 3 months later, the galaxy was a very different place." Ambassador Sujin Cho walked through the corridors of New Geneva Station. The station was neutral territory, built by humans but open to all species. She was heading to a meeting with representatives from the Synthesis Union. They wanted to establish trade relations with humanity. Ambassador Cho, said the union representative. Her name was Counselor Zilnaya. She looked like a tall, graceful plant with silver leaves. Counselor Zilnaya, thank you for coming. Thank you for agreeing to meet with us. Many of my people were worried you would not. Why would we not? Because the union was part of the council. We supported the limitations they tried to put on your people. Sujin sat down at the negotiation table. That was the past. What matters now is the future. You are very forgiving. We are practical. The galaxy is big enough for all of us. But only if we work together as equals. Equals. Yes, that is what we want. They spent the next 6 hours working out a trade agreement. It was fair to both sides. No one was more important than anyone else. As Counselor Zilnaya prepared to leave, she asked a question. Ambassador, can I ask you something personal? Of course. Are humans really not angry about what we tried to do to you? Sujin thought for a moment. We were angry. Very angry. But anger is not useful for building a future. And if someone tries to limit you again? That would be unfortunate. For them. The warning was polite but clear. Humanity would not be pushed around again. 6 months after the battle, Director Bora Kim stood in front of a group of human leaders. She was the head of human intelligence. Her job was to watch for threats to humanity. The galaxy has stabilized, she reported. Most species have accepted the new order. Trade is flowing again. Pirates have mostly been eliminated. What about resistance? Asked President Han. Some. 3 species have refused all contact with us. The Hegemony, the Velkari Dominion, and the Korthak Empire. Are they a threat? Not immediately. They are rebuilding their fleets. But they are also fighting among themselves. Apparently losing to humans caused internal problems. And the others? 47 species have signed trade agreements with us. 23 have signed mutual defense pacts. 12 have asked for human protection from aggressive neighbors. How are we handling the protection requests? Carefully. We send small fleets to patrol their systems. We help them build their own defenses. But we do not occupy their worlds. President Han nodded. Good. What about our own expansion? Continuing as planned. We now have colonies in 112 systems. All voluntary settlements, no forced relocations. Excellent. Director Kim looked serious. Mr. President, I need to warn you about something. What? Some species are calling us the new masters of the galaxy. They are starting to worship us, to treat us like we are gods. That is dangerous. Very dangerous. If we start believing we are superior to other species, we become just like the old council. President Han stood up. Send a message to all our ambassadors. Make it clear that humanity does not want to be worshipped. We want to be respected. There is a difference. Yes, sir. And make sure our own people understand that. As well, we are not better than other species, we are just different. That night, President Han stood on the balcony of his office. He could see the lights of Seoul spreading out below him. Above, he could see the stars. Somewhere among those stars, human ships were patrolling trade routes. Human colonies were growing and thriving. Human explorers were finding new worlds. But he also knew that somewhere among those stars, alien species were watching humanity. Some with respect, some with fear, some with hatred. The galaxy was peaceful now, but peace was fragile. It had to be protected. Humanity had won their freedom. They had proven they could not be caged or controlled. Now came the harder task. They had to prove they could use that freedom wisely. The old galactic order was dead. The new one was still being born, and humanity would help shape what it became. But they would not rule it. They would not control it. They would just make sure that no one else did either. The galaxy belonged to everyone now, and humanity would make sure it stayed that way. The alien fleet was huge, 2,000 ships from 5 different races. They moved through space like a metal storm cloud, heading toward Earth. War Master Gorthuk stood on the bridge of his flagship. He was a big alien with thick armor and 4 arms. His race, the Hegemony, were known as the best fighters in the galaxy. "How long until we reach the human system?" he asked. 2 hours, War Master, said his navigation officer. "Good. Send a message to all ships. When we arrive, we surround their planet. No one gets in or out." "Yes, War Master." Gorthuk looked at the stars ahead. He had fought many battles. He had conquered many worlds, but this felt different. The humans had been quiet for too long. Too quiet. "Sir," said his communications officer, "we are getting reports from our scout ships." "What kind of reports?" "Strange readings near the edge of the human system. Energy signatures we do not recognize. Weapons? Maybe, but different from anything we have seen before." Gorthuk nodded. He had expected this. Humans were clever. They probably had some surprises ready. But he had 2,000 ships. The humans had maybe 50. This would be over quickly. On Earth, Admiral Donghyun Yu stood in the command center of the Earth Defense Station. The station was hidden on the dark side of the moon. The aliens did not know it existed. "Admiral," said his tactical officer, "enemy fleet is entering the system." "How many ships?" 2,037, sir." "And they think they are fighting 50 human ships?" "Yes, sir. That is what our fake intelligence reports told them." Admiral Yu smiled. The aliens had no idea what was really waiting for them. "All ships, this is Admiral Yu. Battle stations. Remember, we are not just fighting for Earth. We are fighting for the future of humanity." Around the solar system, human ships began to move. Not 50 ships, 300 ships. But these were not the same ships the aliens remembered. These ships were faster, smarter, deadlier. The alien fleet reached Earth's orbit. They spread out around the planet like a net. Gorthuk was pleased. No human ship could escape now. "Send the message," he ordered. A communication was broadcast to Earth and all human colonies. Gorthuk's face appeared on screens across human space. "Humans of Earth," he said, "you have defied the Galaxy Council. You have broken galactic law. You will surrender immediately and return to the Council." He paused. "If you do not surrender, we will blockade your world. No food will reach you. No medicine will reach you. Your people will suffer until you agree to obey. You have 1 hour to decide." The message ended. On the Earth Defense Station, Admiral Yu received the message. He looked at his officers. They all looked calm. "Ready. Communications," he said. "Open a channel to the alien fleet." "Channel open, sir." Admiral Yu's face appeared on screens throughout the alien fleet. He was young for an admiral. His uniform was simple. He looked calm. "War Master Gorthuk," he said. "I am Admiral Donghyun Yu of the Earth Defense Force." "You will surrender," said Gorthuk. "You have no choice." "Actually, we do have a choice. You have entered human space without permission. You have threatened our people and our world. You will leave now." Gorthuk laughed. "You have 50 ships. We have 2,000. Do the math, human." "Math was never my best subject," said Admiral Yu. "But I am very good at strategy." "What?" "You see, War Master, you made a mistake. You assumed we would fight you the same way we fought 3 years ago." "What are you talking about?" 3 years ago, we were the same humans who joined your council. We were peaceful. We were trusting. We wanted to be friends." Admiral Yu's voice became cold. "We are not those humans anymore. You are bluffing." "Am I?" "Computer, show him what he is really facing." Suddenly, space around Earth began to change. Ships appeared. Lots of ships. They had been hidden, but now they showed themselves. The alien fleet counted 50 human ships. Now they saw 300. "Impossible," whispered Gorthuk. "Oh, that is not the surprise," said Admiral Yu. "The surprise is what these ships can do." Attack! Screamed Gorthuk. All ships, attack now. The alien fleet moved forward. 2,000 ships against 300. The aliens still had the advantage. That advantage lasted exactly 30 seconds. The human ships moved like nothing the aliens had ever seen. They twisted and turned through space. They appeared in one place and then vanished, appearing somewhere else. "What is happening?" yelled Gorthuk. "They are using some kind of teleportation technology," said his science officer. "That is impossible. No one has that technology." "Humans do now, sir." The first alien ship exploded, then another, then 10 at once. The human ships fired weapons the aliens had never seen. Blue energy beams that went right through alien shields. Silver torpedoes that phased through armor and exploded inside ships. "Return fire," ordered Gorthuk. The aliens tried to shoot back, but the human ships were too fast, too unpredictable. Every time an alien ship tried to target a human ship, the human ship was somewhere else. "Sir," said the tactical officer, "we are losing ships fast, very fast." "How many?" 200 ships destroyed in the first 5 minutes. "That is impossible." But it was happening. Human ships were tearing through the alien fleet like it was made of paper. Commander Eugene Park was flying one of the human fighters. Her ship was small but very fast. She could think as fast as her ship's computer. They worked together like one mind. "Target acquired," she said. "Firing phase torpedo." Her torpedo went through the alien ship's shields and armor. It exploded inside the ship's engine room. The alien ship broke apart. "Good shot, Commander," said her wingman. "Enemy cruiser on your 6. "I see it." Activating quantum jump. Her ship disappeared and reappeared behind the alien cruiser. She fired 3 shots. The cruiser exploded. All around the battle, the same thing was happening. Human ships were destroying alien ships faster than anyone thought possible. "War Master," said Gorthuk's communications officer. "The other fleet commanders are asking for orders. Tell them to keep fighting." "Sir, we have lost half our fleet." "What?" 1,000 ships destroyed. The humans have lost 12 ships. Gorthuk could not believe it. This was supposed to be easy. This was supposed to be a quick victory. Instead, it was a disaster. "Sir," said his science officer, "I am detecting something new." "What now?" "Small objects approaching our ships. Thousands of them. Too small to be fighters." "What are they?" Admiral Yu's voice came over the communication system. "Those are nanite swarms, War Master. Tiny robots that will take apart your ships from the inside." "That is impossible." 3 years ago, it was impossible, but humans learn fast. We adapt. We grow. The nanite swarms reached the alien ships. They were so small that shields could not stop them. They went through the hull like it was not there. Inside the ships, the nanites began to work. They took apart computers. They cut power lines. They destroyed engines. One by one, alien ships began to shut down. "War Master," said the tactical officer, "our ships are being disabled. The nanites are everywhere." "Pull back. All ships, retreat." But it was too late. The human ships were all around them. There was nowhere to run. War Master Gorthuk said, "Admiral Yu, do you surrender?" Gorthuk looked at his tactical display. He had started with 2,000 ships. Now he had 300, and those were being destroyed or disabled by the minute. "This is not over," he said. "Yes, it is. You came here to force us back into your council. You came here to put us in a cage, but you cannot cage something that has evolved beyond your understanding." "What are you?" "We are what you forced us to become," said Admiral Yu. "We are humanity, unleashed." The battle was over. The alien fleet retreated with whatever ships they had left. Earth was safe. But more than that, the galaxy had learned something new. Humans were no longer the weak species that needed protection. They were the apex, predators of the galaxy, and they were just getting started. The Great Hall of the Galaxy Council was huge, big enough to hold 1,000 people. The walls were made of crystal that sparkled with different colors. Light came from every direction. In the center sat a round table with 12 chairs. Each chair was different, made for a different alien race. Ambassador Jae-woo Kim walked into the hall. His black shoes clicked on the crystal floor. He wore a simple blue suit, nothing fancy. The other ambassadors were already sitting. They looked at him with their strange eyes. Some had 4 eyes. Some had eyes like a cat. Some had no eyes at all. Jae-woo had been Earth's voice in this place for 3 years. 3 long years of talking. 3 years of listening to aliens tell humans what they could and could not do. He was tired of it. High Chancellor Vexithara stood up. She was tall and thin. Her skin was purple. She had tentacles instead of hair. They moved when she talked. "Human ambassador," she said. Her voice was cold. "We have made a decision about your people." Jae-woo said nothing. He just waited. Vexithara held up a white tablet. "This is the Terran Limitation Accord. Your people will sign this today." The other aliens nodded. Counselor Threndok smiled. He looked like a big lizard with too many teeth. "It is for the good of the galaxy," he said. Jae-woo took the tablet. He read it slowly. His face did not change. But inside he felt angry, very angry. The accord said humans could only live in 3 star systems. Only 3, Earth and 2 others. No more. It said human ships could not leave those systems. It said humans had to share all their technology with the Council. It said humans had to ask permission before building new cities or having more children. "You want to put us in a cage," Jae-woo said quietly. "We want to keep the galaxy safe," said Admiral Krixtal. He had blue skin and gills on his neck. "Humans are dangerous. You grow too fast. You fight too much. You ask too many questions." "We have seen what your kind does," added Counselor Velnara. She looked like a floating jellyfish made of light. "You take over planets. You change everything. You do not follow rules." Jae-woo looked around the table. 12 different alien races. All of them agreed. All of them wanted to stop humanity from growing. "How long did you plan this?" he asked. 2 years, said Vexithara. She seemed proud. "We watched your colonies grow. We watched your ships explore new systems. We decided you needed limits. And if we say no?" Threndok laughed. It sounded like rocks falling. "Then we will make you say yes. We have bigger fleets. We have been in space longer. We know how to fight wars." Jae-woo nodded slowly. He put the tablet on the table. "I see." The aliens waited. They expected him to argue. They expected him to beg. They expected him to ask for better terms. Instead, Jae-woo reached into his jacket. He pulled out a small gold badge. It had Earth's symbol on it, a blue circle with green land. "This is my diplomatic badge," he said. "It shows that I speak for Earth in this council." He placed the badge on the table next to the tablet. "The United Earth Federation withdraws from the galaxy. Council, right now, today. We will not sign your accord. We will not follow your rules. We will not ask for your permission." The hall became very quiet. So quiet that Jae-woo could hear his own heartbeat. "You cannot do this," said Vexithara. Her tentacles moved faster. "No race has ever left the council." "We just did," said Jae-woo. "You need us," said Admiral Krixtal. "You need our trade. You need our protection. The galaxy is dangerous for a young race like yours." Jae-woo smiled. It was not a happy smile. "Maybe we do not need you as much as you think." "This is foolish," said Threndok. He stood up. His big claws scratched the crystal table. "You will come back. In 1 year, maybe 2, you will beg us to let you return." "Perhaps," said Jae-woo. "Or perhaps not." He turned to leave. Then he stopped. He looked back at the 12 aliens. "You know what? The funny thing is, we came here in peace. We wanted to be friends. We wanted to learn from you. We thought you were wise because you were older." He paused. "But you are not wise. You are afraid. You are afraid of what humans might become. And you know what? Maybe you should be." Jae-woo walked toward the door. His steps echoed in the silent hall. "Wait," called Counselor Velnara. "You cannot speak for all humans. What about the colonies? What about the other human leaders?" Jae-woo stopped at the door. He did not turn around. "I have been in contact with Earth during this entire meeting. Every human colony, every human ship, every human leader, they all agree. We are done with the Galaxy Council." "This is not over," said Vexithara. Her voice was angry now. "We will not let you destroy the peace we have built." "The peace you built was built on fear," said Jae-woo. "Fear of change, fear of new ideas, fear of anyone who might be better than you." He opened the door. "Goodbye, counselors. Do not contact us again." After Jae-woo left, the aliens sat in silence. They looked at each other with worry. Dr. Hae-jin Park had been sitting in the back of the hall. She was Earth scientist. She studied alien behavior. The aliens had forgotten she was there. She watched them carefully. Some looked angry, some looked confused, but a few looked scared, really scared. Threndok broke the silence. "Good. Let them go. They will learn that they need us." "Will they?" asked Admiral Krixtal. "Humans are different. They do not think like us." "They are young and stupid," said Vexthara. "When they realize they cannot survive alone, they will return." But Counselor Velnara was not so sure. "What if they do not come back? What if they really can survive without us?" "Impossible," said Threndok. "No race can survive alone in this galaxy." Dr. Hae-jin Park smiled quietly. The aliens had no idea what was coming. They thought humans were weak and needed protection. They were about to learn how wrong they were. She stood up and walked to the door. None of the aliens tried to stop her. They were too busy arguing about what to do next. Outside the hall, Jae-woo was waiting for her. "How did they react?" he asked. "Exactly as we expected," said Dr. Park. "They think we are making a mistake. They think we will come back begging." "Perfect," said Jae-woo. "Let them think that. It will make what comes next much easier." They walked together toward their ship. Behind them, the Galaxy Council continued to argue. They had no idea that they had just made the biggest mistake in galactic history. The age of human weakness was over. The age of human strength was about to begin. 6 months had passed since the humans left the Galaxy Council. High Chancellor Vexithara sat in her office on Nexus Prime. She looked at reports on her desk. Bad reports. Very bad reports. Her assistant walked in. He was a small blue alien with big eyes. "Chancellor, we have a problem," he said. "What now?" Vexithara asked. She was tired. The last 6 months had been hard. The humans are not talking to anyone. At all. Vexithara looked up. "What do you mean?" "Every human colony has gone silent. No radio signals, no trade messages, no diplomatic calls, nothing. It is like they all disappeared." This was strange. Very strange. Vexithara had expected the humans to come back within a few weeks. They were young. They needed help. They needed the council. But they had not come back. "Get me Admiral Krixtal," she said. The Admiral appeared on her screen. His blue face looked worried. "Chancellor, I was just about to call you." The humans are silent. "Yes. All of them. We sent trade ships to their colonies. The ships came back with strange stories." "What kind of stories?" Admiral Krixtal looked at his notes. "The trade ship Blue Wave went to the human colony on Kepler 442. They tried to dock at the spaceport. An automated message told them to leave immediately. That is all." "No. The captain said the colony looked different. Empty. Like no one lived there anymore." Vexithara felt cold. Empty how? Buildings were still there. Ships were still there. But no people. No lights and windows, no activity at all. This was not what she had expected. "What about other colonies?" "Same thing. The Silver Star went to New Tokyo Colony. Same automated message. Same empty feeling. Captain Lee said it looked like everyone just left." Vexithara stood up. She walked to her window. Outside, she could see ships from many different races. The Galaxy Council was supposed to keep everyone together, keep everyone safe. But now the humans were gone, and things were getting worse. Admiral, send investigation teams to human space. I want to know what is happening. I already tried that, Chancellor. What do you mean? Admiral Krickstahl looked uncomfortable. I sent 3 scout ships to different human systems. They were stopped at the border of human space. Stopped by who? Human ships. Ships we had never seen before. Big ships. Powerful ships. Vexithara felt her tentacles move with worry. What did they say? The human captain was very polite. His name was Captain Yeonho Lee. He said, by order of the United Earth Federation, all council ships are ordered to withdraw from human space immediately. This is your only warning. One warning? That sounds like a threat. It was a threat, Chancellor. A very clear threat. Vexithara sat down again. This was not going as planned. The humans were supposed to need them. They were supposed to come back asking for help. Instead, they were acting like they did not need anyone. Her assistant ran into the room. His big eyes were very wide. Chancellor, emergency meeting, right now. What happened? The Velkari science ship Deep Thought is missing. Vexithara felt her heart skip. Missing how? It was studying a human research station near the Vega system. It was supposed to report back yesterday. No contact, no signal, nothing. Send a rescue team. We did. They found nothing. No ship, no debris, no trace that the Deep Thought was ever there. Admiral Krickstahl spoke from the screen. Chancellor, we need to talk, all of us. This is getting serious. 1 hour later, the Galaxy Council met in emergency session. All 12 races were there, but something was different. They all looked worried. Counselor Threndok spoke first. This is not what we expected. The humans were supposed to come back. Maybe they are just being stubborn, said Counselor Velnara. Young races often act this way. Young races do not make ships disappear, said Admiral Krickstahl. Council Elder Mortash was very old. He had been in the council for 300 years. He had seen many races join and leave, but he looked scared now. I have been studying the reports, he said slowly. Something is wrong. Very wrong. What do you mean? Asked Vexithara. The humans are not just hiding. They are preparing. Preparing. For what? War? The word hung in the air like poison. No one wanted to say it, but they all thought it. That is impossible, said Threndok. Humans are peaceful. They talk too much. They ask too many questions. But they do not fight wars. Do they not? Asked Elder Mortash. What do you know about human history? Threndok looked uncomfortable. They had some small wars on their planet. Nothing serious. Small wars? Elder Mortash laughed, but it was not a happy laugh. Humans have been fighting wars for thousands of years. They are very good at it. But they seemed so peaceful when they joined us, said Counselor Velnara. They were peaceful because they chose to be peaceful. There is a difference. Vexithara felt sick. What are you saying? I am saying we made a mistake. A very big mistake. We tried to put limits on a race that does not accept limits. Admiral. Krickstahl nodded. The human ships at their borders were not like the ships they had before. They were bigger, faster, with weapons we did not recognize. Weapons? Threndok laughed nervously. What kind of weapons could humans make that we do not know about? That is the problem, said Elder Mortash. We do not know, and that should scare us. You are all being paranoid, said Threndok. Humans are weak. They need our protection. They will come back, will they? Asked Admiral Krickstahl. My trade captains are reporting strange things. Human colonies they visited 6 months ago are now empty, but not destroyed. Just empty, like everyone left on purpose. Where did they go? No one knows. Vexithara looked around the table. Fear was growing in the room. She could feel it. What about our economy, she asked. Counselor Velnara looked at her tablet. That is another problem. Human trade was worth 30% of our galactic economy. Without them, many worlds are having trouble. Trouble how? Food shortages on some worlds, medicine shortages on others. The humans were very good at moving things around the galaxy quickly and cheaply. And our technology? Elder Mortash answered. Humans shared many innovations with us. Medical treatments, agricultural methods, communication systems. Without new human technology, we are falling behind. Threndok slammed his clawed hand on the table. This is ridiculous. We are older. We are more advanced. We do not need humans. Do we not? Asked Admiral Crickstall quietly. The room fell silent. They all knew the answer. They had needed humans more than they wanted to admit. What do we do? Asked Counselor Velnara. We wait, said Vexithara. We wait and see what happens. And if they do not come back? Elder Mortash looked very old and very tired. Then we pray that they remember we were once friends. Because if they do not... He did not finish the sentence, but everyone knew what he meant. The humans were out there somewhere, quiet, hidden, preparing, and no one knew what they were preparing for. The Galaxy Council had wanted to control humanity. Instead, they might have created something much more dangerous, something they could not control at all. Prime Minister So Young Choi sat in her office on Earth. The room was simple but comfortable. She liked simple things. Outside her window, she could see the lights of New Seoul. The city was busy, even at night. A knock came at her door. Come in, she said. Dr. Hae-Jin Park walked in. She carried a tablet with her. Her face looked serious. Prime Minister, we have news from our spies in the Galaxy Council. So Young put down her tea. What kind of news? The aliens are panicking. They called another emergency meeting yesterday. Good. Let them panic. Dr. Park sat down. It is more serious than that. They are talking about using force. Force? Military force. They want to make us come back to the council. So Young was quiet for a moment. She had expected this. How many ships? According to our spy on Nexus Prime, they are building a coalition. The Velkari Dominion and the Hegemony are leading it. They want to blockade Earth. And the other races? Some are joining. Some are afraid, but enough are joining to make a big fleet. So Young stood up and walked to her window. The city below looked peaceful, but she knew that peace would not last long. How long do we have? Maybe 6 months, maybe less. So Young nodded. Call General Woo Jin Nam. Tell him it is time. Yes, Prime Minister. After Dr. Park left, So Young called her security chief. Get me a secure line to all colony worlds. Emergency priority. 10 minutes later, she was talking to leaders from 37 human colonies. Their faces filled the big screen on her. Wall. Friends, she said. The aliens are coming. The colony leaders were not surprised. They had been preparing for this. How many ships? Asked Governor Taeho Shin from New Tokyo Colony. We do not know yet, but it will be the biggest fleet in galactic history. Are we ready? Asked Commander Hyojun Kim from the mining colony on Titan Station. We are as ready as we can be. General Woo Jin Nam appeared on the screen. He was on a military base on Mars. Behind him, soldiers were moving equipment. Prime Minister, our defensive systems are online. All hidden bases are ready. Our new ships are fueled and armed. What about the special project? Dr. Min Seo Kang says it is ready for testing. So Young smiled. The aliens had no idea what was coming. Good. How long before they realize we are not the same humans they knew? Not long, said General Nam. Our scouts report that alien trade ships are already having problems. Several have gone missing near our borders. Missing? Not destroyed, just relocated. We are moving them to safe places until this is over. Colony leader Jamin Park from the frontier world of Haven spoke up. What about civilians? My world has families, children. All civilian colonies have been offered evacuation to secure locations. Most have accepted. And those who refused? They have been given defensive systems, hidden weapons, emergency protocols. So Young looked at all the faces on her screen. These were her people, her responsibility. "I want everyone to understand something," she said. "We did not want this fight. We tried to be peaceful, we tried to be good neighbors," everyone nodded. "But the aliens would not let us be equals. They wanted to put us in a cage, they wanted to control us. So we left," said Governor Shin. "Yes, we left. And now they want to force us back." "What do we do?" asked Commander Kim. "We show them that humans are not the same species they first met. We have grown. We have learned. We have become something new." General Nam looked at his tablet. "Prime Minister, we just got word. The alien coalition is bigger than we thought. Over 2,000 ships." The colony leaders looked worried. 2,000 ships was a lot. "How many ships do we have?" asked Governor Shin. "Fewer," said General Nam. "Much fewer." "Then how do we fight them?" So Young smiled again. "We do not fight them the way they expect us to fight." Dr. Minseo Kang appeared on the screen. She was in a laboratory deep underground. "Prime Minister, the quantum displacement field is ready." "What does that mean?" asked Commander Kim. "It means we can move our ships in ways the aliens cannot predict. We can appear where they do not expect us. We can disappear when they try to attack us." "That is not all," said General Nam. "Our AI systems are now fully integrated with our fleets. Our ships can think faster than alien ships. They can react faster. They can fight better." "And our weapons?" asked Governor Shin. "Phase torpedoes that go through alien shields, plasma cannons that can cut through their armor, and something new, something the aliens have never seen." "What?" "Nanite swarms. Tiny robots that can take apart enemy ships from the inside." The colony leaders looked impressed and a little scared. "Where did we get all this technology?" asked Commander Kim. "We made it," said Dr. Kang. "While the aliens were busy arguing about how to control us, we were busy inventing new ways to protect ourselves." "But how?" "We only left the council 8 months ago." So Young looked serious. "We have been preparing for this for 3 years, ever since we realized the aliens would never accept us as equals." 3 years? The diplomatic talks were just theater. We knew they would try to limit us eventually, so we prepared. General Nam nodded. "Every human colony has been building defenses. Every human ship has been upgraded. Every human soldier has been trained for this moment." "What about our spies?" asked Governor Shin. "They are still in place. We know everything the aliens are planning. We know where their fleets are. We know their weaknesses." Dr. Park appeared on the screen again. "Prime Minister, we just got word from our spy in the Velkari government. They are planning to attack in 4 months. 4 months, yes. They want to blockade Earth and force us to surrender." So Young looked at all the faces on her screen. "Are we ready?" "We are ready," said General Nam. "Our ships are ready," said the colony leaders. "Our weapons are ready," said Dr. Kang. "Then let them come," said So Young. "Let them learn what happens when you try to cage a species that was born to be free." The meeting ended. The colony leaders went back to their preparations. The generals went back to their war plans. The scientists went back to their laboratories. But So Young stayed at her window. She looked out at the peaceful city below. Soon that peace would be tested. Soon humanity would have to prove that they deserved their freedom. She was not worried. The aliens thought they knew humans. They thought humans were weak and needed protection. They were about to learn how wrong they were. Humanity had spent 8 months preparing for war, not just any war. A war that would change the galaxy forever. The aliens wanted to put humans in a cage. Instead, they were about to set free something much more dangerous than they could imagine.